What's up guys, llamapen here. I put out a video recently that broke down some of my issues with the physics and attributes in the NHL series. Since then, I've gotten a ton of responses from you guys and other people in the community, even the creative director of NHL 24, Mike Englehart.
Hey everyone, I'm Mike Englehart and welcome to the NHL 24 World of Chell Deep Dive.
So I just wanted to react to some of these responses and just kind of give my thoughts. First, this is the top upvoted comment on that video, which comes from WHASDF5321. The issue I've been having is with goalies. It feels like one of the goalies is making every save while the other will let in straight BS. Like I said, this is the most upvoted comment, and I can understand why. I mean, goalies have been all over the place for a while now. Incredible at making difficult saves and horrible at making easy ones, at least for AI goalies, which I think is what this comment is referring to. Goalies were really rough last year, so bad I actually put together an entire video showcasing this problem, and this year they might actually be worse, although I think it's pretty close. I'll throw in that goaltender interference seems to get called incorrectly a lot. This is pretty much, I feel like, always been a problem, but it seems especially bad the last couple of years. Sometimes you'll ram the goalie and there's no call at all. Other times you'll get a call for the slightest of contact, possibly even outside of the crease. There's plenty of issues with AI and human-controlled goaltending in this game, so I definitely feel your pain here. Next, this comment comes from Andy Coivisto. It says a lot that you can make the first 5 or so minutes of this video all short clips of the game being glitchy and unrealistic. You can do exactly the right thing and get screwed. I've played NHL since NHL 13. Contrarily, I sometimes find myself doing stupid, ridiculous runs and attempts that a real skilled player would never do because it can be effective. I play less skilled, win more games sometimes. Great video, dude. You're spot on. Respect. Thanks for the comment, Andy. I brought this one up because I like what he says here about sometimes choosing to do the stupid play that a real skilled player would never do because it can be effective. I definitely agree with this. It feels like the last few years just straight lining into guys with speedy players who have high puck control is actually like a legit strategy, and it's kind of sad to see. It's not a high percentage play, but it's high enough and creates enough chances that it's kind of worth going for. I recently played a game with a very skilled player who was doing this and getting goals and really good chances off of just skating right into 2 defenders. And that really just highlights more how much this game favors the puck carrier versus the defender, so I just wanted to highlight that comment there. This next one is from Almighty88842. I recently made a rant video on my page after skipping NHL 24, and as I said in that video, the small things are what made past NHL games great. Majority of the issues with NHL games are honestly just a lot of lack of detail and care, and also the fact that the animations they continue to use are dated with the new technology they keep upgrading to, which is why the game will continue to glitch in certain situations that involve physics-based reactions or interactions. And unless EA takes about 2 to 3 years to strip the game to its core and completely upgrade all the animations to the newer technology, or leave animations alone altogether, the game will continue to glitch and malfunction. So here, I highlighted this comment. I also watched this guy's video, which was really funny, and he brings up some of the issues I brought up in my video, as well as a lot of other problems covering stuff like franchise mode and game modes that I don't really touch anymore. But I know that there's a lot of issues with franchise mode and Be a Pro that, in my opinion, kind of make them unplayable. He also brings up an issue with using old animations and tech. This isn't something that I really know that much about, but it sounds like it could make sense. And this is a nice transition into Mike Englehart's response to this video. So I was reached out to by Roarster27 on PSN, who actually sent this video to Mike Englehart, who is the creative director of NHL 24, and he responded, "I am with you, my friend, and you want to talk old? I played the series from the original NHL hockey release on the Genesis, LOL. I will get back to you on the video, and as long as I am here, I will be doing everything I can to not just listen to the community, but address issues that are out there. The team here is incredibly passionate about not just the game, but the sport as a whole. It has been just a short time for me, but as a series that touched my childhood and a sport I have played since the age of 4 and still play today, I want nothing but this series to be deeply loved. And the next day we got another long response from Mike, which said, "One of the biggest takeaways watching the video is having the gameplay experience result in consistent and expected results, and I think that is a fair expectation. There were numerous examples in the video from failed poke checks and interceptions where you expect different results than what occurred. I can say that from my perspective, we have a focus on this as a whole, but it does take time to unravel all of the detail in the engine, especially when it comes to the finer details. Another question asked in the video is whether the game has too many layers to it, such as too many attributes, and I think that is a fair question. Since I have joined the team, we have been making some improvements to the game in terms of driving changes in places that drive towards more consistent gameplay outcomes, but there is a lot to uncover as I have only been here 2.5 years at this point. Inheriting a game engine means time needs to be invested to understand its fine points before making changes. So as time goes on, I expect this area focused on in this video to continue to improve." Once again, I appreciate Roarster27 doing the legwork there and sending this video to Mike, and I really appreciate Mike and the devs actually watching this video and clearly paying attention to the point I was trying to make, and not only understanding my criticisms, but also taking them in stride. But I love Mike's response because he sums up very concisely what I was trying to get across, and it's clear that he really did watch the video and absorb it because he addresses the two main things I focused on, which were physics and attributes. He also used that word consistency, which I think is so key. Hockey's a chaotic sport for sure, but there just has to be some baseline level of consistency when it comes to basic interactions, especially when with a sport like hockey, split-second reactions and decisions are so central to the gameplay. It also kind of sounds like Almighty was spot on with his comment in his video, because Mike basically repeats his point about upgrading from dated technology and catching the physics up on the fly. I will never personally know anything about what goes into making a video game and fine-tuning these things like Mike says. I understand that the physics of the game is a literally never-ending task. As new things are added to the game, the physics will constantly have to be tweaked and things will have to be balanced. So I'm sympathetic to the developers, and I realize that there's just a lot I don't know. What I do know, though, is what is fun for me as a person who plays this game a lot and what isn't fun. Obviously, there's tons of other opinions out there, and I don't expect that just because I feel this way, that everyone else is going to feel the same way, and the developers are just going to make the game the way I want it. But based on a lot of the responses that I've gotten to this video and just other opinions that I've seen out there, I'd say there's plenty of people who agree and share my frustrations. So anyway, guys, thank you to everyone who responded to that last video, whether you were a developer for NHL 24, someone who watches my videos, or just someone who stumbled across my last one. I do read every comment, and I really appreciate them, even if it's from people who don't agree with me. Of course, also thanks to everyone who watched this video, and especially thanks to everyone who stayed till the end. Do stay tuned for more actually fun EASHL content in the future. There's still going to be plenty of that, but I hope you guys like this video, and I'll see you in the next one.